Organizations are able to capture more and more data all the time, and they're going to want to learn from their data. But the problem is that our traditional mechanisms of capturing and storing and structuring that data and exposing it through custom, artisanal, gluten-free APIs handcrafted lovingly by developers and then documented in their documentation just isn't going to cut it anymore. And we have to get serious about how do we expose our information in ways that people that we've never spoken to and who have not read our API documentation are able to ingest it. And if that sounds like a fantasy, then you obviously have not been paying attention, because there are standards that have been in place for a very long time, close to 21, 22 years now, that have given us a capacity to do that. Now, it's not been smooth sailing the entire time, but we have evolved into a linked data strategy and set of network-friendly technologies that allow us to project our information in an open world model that makes the cost of data integration much, much lower than it has been. This has been known as linked data, the semantic web, and a lot of people have sort of a bad attitude about it based on some of their early exposures to things like RDF-XML, which is understandable. As a format, it kind of sucks. But the data model does not, and the idea of having standard serialization mechanisms does not. And there's a reason why Google and Yahoo and Yandex and Bing and various other organizations who are interested in absorbing information from anywhere, anytime, are now encouraging the use of embedded semantic systems like this. At the same time, we're seeing the emergence of things like knowledge graphs, again, in the search industry, but also increasingly from other tech titans who are interested in projecting their value proposition in standard, reusable, network-friendly, machine-processable ways. What you understand about your domain and how it connects to the data that you're producing and consuming and what you care about and what your customers care about, and conceptual models and how we exchange this information with other people without forcing everyone to sit down in a room and come to consensus, is all what's behind the ideas behind linked data and knowledge graphs. And these are very much crucial to your capacity as an organization to begin to learn from your data as well. Because if it takes too long to capture and store and filter and index and surface, then it's already too late. So come and hear how these standard technologies, tools, storage systems, approaches, and query mechanisms give us the capacity to have effectively very low cost data integration, which then allows us to learn more, accumulate more, and take advantage of new things like the capacity to connect property graphs in graph stores like Neo4j with the standard graphs, which have a slightly different format. And it doesn't have to be an either-or argument anymore. So these things are happening, they're exciting, and they form the basis of an IT strategy for the 21st century.